My name is Demeester and I'm director of the Kunsthaus Zürich. I think my relationship to Löwenbräu is that it's part of the artistic ecosystem of Zurich, and I actually think its reputation was of a vibrant hub, but I still think it's a place where a lot of different institutions with different intentions, different institutional agendas collide and come together. And I think maybe, I don't know who called it, a sort of like institutional WG, Wohngemeinschaft, at a certain time. And I love cohabitation of different institutions, because I think that brings, even if there's not a lot of interaction or a lot of collaboration, it brings a completely different vibe. If you can go from a commercial gallery like Hauser and Wirth to the Kunsthalle, to the Migros Museum, it's efficient. I mean, you cover a lot of ground in a very short time, but you also see different attitudes on what art is or should be. You see different artistic positions and also different ideas of how art can be brought to an audience. So for me, it's this very important presence in the Swiss art scene, where the commercial and the non-commercial, the museum and like the Kunsthalle without a collection come together on a very actually sizable amount of square meters. And I really hope that now, with the Jubilee and with the arrival of Haus Konstruktiv, people will again see it as this incredible concentration of artistic force in one building. Before I moved to Switzerland 2.5 years ago, but I remembered early onset as a baby curator, the Löwenbräu was really a reference, and Zurich was a reference, because there was really no other place in Europe like it, because of its combination of profit and non-profit, and because of its combination of being, like, on the one hand a series of white cubes, but having this vibe, well, maybe not of a squat, but the vibe of like something is happening here. So my memories are mostly about this buzz and this feeling that you had to be there at an opening, less than what actually happened. But I do remember one particular exhibition in Bob van Orsau, the gallery that no longer exists, that for me was vital. I don't remember the name, I don't remember the date, but it was like a trans-historical salon-like show where he mixed different types of objects from different periods, and where I thought, I have this interest in the trans-historical, in different epochs in art coming together. Wow, that's also possible in a commercial gallery. Like, it's not only in museum spaces. So I don't know when that was. I think it was towards the end of Bob van Orsau's practice as a gallerist. But that one really stood out as like an alternative model, or for me it opened up a paradigm, as if this paradigm is also possible in the commercial art world. And the other exhibition that I remember, but I know I have not seen, so it's a kind of fictitious memory, because for me the Löwenbräu also, in my initial years in the art world, was strongly associated with the Migros and with Rein Wolfs as an institution that experimented, that really did things very, very differently than regular museums. It was a new museum, a corporate museum in a way, but that had nothing corporate about it. And just this idea of reinventing the notion of the corporate museum is what sticks with me, and thinking of the initial days that I knew the Löwenbräu. And also I had the impression that I had seen the exhibition from 1996, Das Sociale Kapital from Recruitera Vanija, but I'm quite sure I didn't see it. But that show sort of stuck out, like also Recruitera Vanija, relational aesthetics, bringing that into the museum that was so unlike any other museum, that had the vibe of a Kunsthalle, and the pace and the speed and the sort of the adventure that a Kunsthalle brings with it in a museum space. But if I'm truly honest, I probably never actually saw that show, but it stuck with me as a reference point. What I wish, my gift for the Löwenbräu would be a little bit more messiness. I still think it has this great potential of fusion, métissage. I still don't know any other place in Western Europe where you have this wild patchwork of different types of art spaces. But I wish it would be a bit more messy. Less cleanliness, less sterile, more stuff just happening in the corridors, a bit more loosening the corset.